Let's put some
What is the
subtitles.
ugliest sounding language in the entire universe? Today, I'll be speaking to natives of 7 different world languages in order to see if any language is truly ugly. As a polyglot and language enthusiast, I'm very keenly aware of the most beautiful sounding languages, but no one ever talks about the ugliest ones. So I became curious. And like any rational human being with a question, I decided to look it up on Bing. There, I found countless articles claiming to definitively know what the ugliest languages in the world are. And after reading a few of them, I noticed that some languages appear on almost every list. One of them is German. German has a reputation of being harsh, loud, and full of rough sounds and dramatic stops. But is it truly ugly? I spoke to a real, live German to find out. Why do you think that so many people say that the German language is ugly?
There are always those words like Krankenwagen and Schmetterling that give the language a bad name.
But those are just isolated words. Ich will ein bisschen ganz normales Hochdeutsch hören. Kannst du kurz mal was sagen?
Ja, aber sicher. Wir Poppele haben alle 4 Rüebli im Küchenkasteli.
That was beautiful. So then I thought maybe it's actually Austrian German.
What fucking accent was that? What? I didn't understand shit. What the fuck was that? That wasn't German. Was that German? Was it just random sounds? Fake accent? Then why the fuck would he use that as an example?
That sounds ugly. So I found an Austrian to test my hypothesis with. Say something in standard Austrian German.
Mate, I'm Australian, not Austrian.
We're saying the same thing.
Aber ja, Deutsch ist eine schöne Sprache.
I agree with him. Deutsch ist eine schöne Sprache. German is not ugly. But what about femboy German, or Dutch as the politically correct call it? I also came across many articles claiming that Dutch is the ugliest language in the world. A lot of people say that the G in Dutch has a really harsh and ugly sound, but I think it sounds nice and it's not really even that common.
Hello, language Simp.
Say a normal sentence in Dutch for me.
Wat dacht je van onze 88 lachende prachtige nachtegalen in onze 888 prachtige grachten in onze grachtengordel?
Is that real? Maybe the G is a little harsh. But one letter can't make or break a language. I needed another example. What part of the Netherlands are you from?
I'm from West Flanders.
Say something normal in Dutch.
Mijn grote huis op de hoge heuvel in Nijmegen is groen.
Okay, that sounds a little goofy, but it's charming as heck. Those vowel sounds are to die for. Dutch isn't ugly either. Both German and Dutch turned out to be beautiful, so I realized that I needed a new method other than trusting these authoritarian fake news articles. So I converted to communism or democracy. I don't really know what the difference is. So I made a poll and asked, what is the ugliest language? And I gave you 4 languages to choose from that came up often in my research. And in first place after 19 hours with 61,000 votes counted, to my surprise, was French. And I knew that the French were not going to be happy about that. Hey bro, can you hear me? Mec, tu m'entends?
Ah pardon mec, ouais je suis là.
Pour toi, c'est quoi la plus belle langue du monde?
Because it doesn't speak
Français
English.
évidemment.
Ouf, j'ai quelque chose à te dire. J'ai fait un sondage et j'ai demandé à mes abonnés de choisir quelle était pour eux la langue la plus moche.
Et alors?
Et ils ont choisi le français.
Oh, sacré bleu.
I love my audience, but come on, guys. French? French is the language of love. Everyone thinks that French is beautiful, but I think you were all just trolling anyway. Like this person said that they voted for French because it looks like Latin but sounds like a dying moose. How do you know what dying meese sound like? And one person went so far as to comment that they feel very ashamed to say that they can even speak some French. I grinded French for years in order to speak it fluently. You can't say that. But French barely even won the poll with 31% of the vote. 30% of you guys said Danish was the ugliest language. Which is bullshit. The 3rd Germanic language that people think is ugly? I love Danish. Hvorfor tror du at folk siger at dansk er grimt?
Well, we have a softie. A sound.
Well, please say something in Danish.
Ja, nogle folk tror, at dansk lyder dårligt. Men det er fordi, vi spiser rugbrødsmadder med leverpostej på og rød grød med fløde.
Yes! Oh, so nice. It goes without saying that Danish is beautiful. Why do you guys disagree? Alright, at this point, the poll. I'm going with my own intuition. You guys know what's ugly? The English accent. Luckily, I know a Brit or two. Why do you think people say that the English accent is ugly? Oh, sorry. Why do you think that people say that the English accent is ugly?
Oh.
That was terrible attempt at the British accent. What the fuck?
Genuinely sucks.
I'm going back to Bing. A lot of articles also
What
said that
the
Asian
fuck
languages
was
are
that?
ugly, such as Mandarin Chinese and Vietnamese. But that's probably just because I'm reading opinions from Americans, and Americans don't even know what an Asia is, and they certainly couldn't point to it on a map. So of course monolingual betas who can't appreciate the unique sounds call them ugly. Hey, what part of China are you from?
Hi, I'm Dan.
Wait, you're a white dude, you're not Chinese.
Yeah, but you'll get way more views of the white guy speaking Chinese.
Alright, go on, speak Chinese.
你好，我叫Dan，我是英国人，我对中国的文化和汉字的历史。
Wow, holy what the But of course, I needed a real Chinese person to weigh in on this. Why do you think people say Chinese is ugly?
可能是因为每个音节都是一个字，而每个字都可以有好几个声调，字和字之间界限分明，所以听起来会有些不连续感。
Wow, I have no idea what he said, but that was beautiful. Sure, the tones and short syllables make it choppy, but it's unique and it has a fun rhythm.
Alright.
Khakis Mike and John Paul, this is
for
from
the
the two
album,
right? You made a video last night, right? You're calling me names on it. With you, John Paul, you have a humble eye, you have.